Welcome to the Energy for Life podcast, helping busy women reclaim their energy, innate power, and self-worth. Here is your host, Corona Brady.
Welcome back. Welcome to episode 34 of the Energy for Life podcast show. This episode was created from my heart to your heart, and it was actually inspired from a really inspiring video that I watched yesterday. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of courage and bravery on your path. Here's a question. Are you choosing to live life from a place of fear and security and stability every day? Courage is so important on your path. And when I look back at my life, even as far back as a young little girl, I believe that I've never really lived my life any other way. I always have challenged the status quo. I wanted to be different. And I don't mean that in a really egotistical way here today, by the way. I just wanted to create a different life for myself. I didn't want my life to be a box. I didn't want it to be restrictive. I didn't want to be boxed or caged into a 9-to-5 job, and the only thing that I was looking forward to were my weekends and holidays. I wanted to look forward to every day, and I wanted to live every day with a sense of passion and purpose and excitement. And I'm really blessed that my work enables me to do this now. And I'm not going to say that I'm lucky, because I'm absolutely not. I worked very hard to get to where I am today. Maybe my father taught this to me too, because he showed me from a very young age, as he was an entrepreneur and a very successful one at that. He taught me what was truly possible and that I didn't have to be like everyone else. I also wanted to be proud on my deathbed. I wanted to have zero regrets. This was very important to me. So when I look back on my life to date, I don't think I've ever really lived my life from a place of fear. Now, I'm not telling you that I've never felt fear or I never feel fear. Of course I do. Sometimes I feel it daily. Sometimes I even feel it multiple times throughout the day. But what I'm really trying to share with you today is this. I choose not to allow that fear to be the driving force of the decisions that I make in my life every day. When I was 18, I read this amazing book by Susan Jeffers. It's called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And those words always stuck with me. And anytime I'm faced with fear in my life, I can just hear myself silently repeating that mantra, Corona, feel the fear and just do it anyway. And I would say also over the last decade that I've been living more and more from the place of my intuition, my inner guidance system, where on a moment-to-moment basis, I'm really listening to those messages and the nudges that it gives me. And then most importantly, I'm acting on them, even when it doesn't even make sense. And by the way, we each have this within us. When I looked up intuition in Wikipedia, here's what it says. Intuition is the ability to acquire knowledge without proof, evidence, or conscious reasoning, or without understanding how the knowledge was acquired. Now, at the same time, it's important that you're applying that intuition from your heart and not your ego, which will be fear-based. And refer back to episode 8, where I actually talk about the difference between intuition and fear. And I give you some exercises there as well. So my question to you today is really simple. And it's this. Are you choosing to live from a place of courage and bravery every day? Or are your fears the things that are driving you and moving you forward in your life? Do you face each day with a sense of trust and confidence and courage? If you are currently letting your fears drive you in life, honestly, in your heart of hearts, just pause, check in right now, today. Is that really serving you in your life for where you are in your current life cycle? What's that costing you? Just get really honest and real with yourself. What is that costing you? What will be the consequences in the future if you continue to stay in this place and you continue to let your fears make the decisions for you or drive you in your life? So you can stop the recording here and you can do a little bit of self-reflection and some journaling. I highly recommend that, by the way. And again, I'll just leave you with some questions. Do you let fear drive you? Or do you deeply trust yourself? Or do you lack self-confidence and you lack the trust in yourself? Or do you trust in life? Do you trust that life is always supporting you, that the universe is always supporting you? Here's the thing. You actually have a choice. You actually can choose to live your life in a different way. And life is so short for each and every one of us. And if you really understand and realize that idea, I even recommend that you go and spend a few hours in a nursing home. I used to work in a nursing home many years ago. Gosh, it must be like 17 years ago now. And it was kind of a part-time job that I was doing while I was in college. But it was a great eye-opener for me because I really saw death. You know, I saw it face on every time I went into work. And, you know, if you go into a nursing home and you spend a couple of hours there, you will see that life is really short and way too many people have way too many life regrets in their final days and their final hours. Each one of us is here for a tiny space of time. That's right. Life is over and will be over in a blink of a moment. And if you actually knew that you just had one more year to live, what kind of different choices might you be making right now? How might you be showing up differently? What version of yourself might you be stepping into? What decisions, different decisions might you be making? Would you continue to really live the way that you're living right now? And the way you have been maybe for the last couple of decades? Or would you find the courage, the trust, the confidence, the strength to actually live differently? It begins with a choice. And every day you can set an intention, as I do, as part of your morning practice, your sadhana, your spiritual practice, that you choose not to live your life today from a space of security. Know that life is always working for you. It's not against you. You just have to step up. You have to take self-responsibility for your own life. Nobody's going to rescue you. Nobody is going to come and save you from your life. You must accept every single one of the choices that you've made to date. And then you have to decide if you want changes or not. It's as simple as that. And if you want to stay the same, that's fine. Stay the same. But if you want change in your life, you're going to have to do something differently. Nobody's going to come and rescue you from the place you're in or save you. You have to take that self-responsibility. And please know and understand this, that if you don't find the courage and bravery and trust within yourself to step fully into life, one day you might just have some really big regrets. And I say that from a place of total love today. This is coming from my heart to your heart. One day when maybe it's all too late to make any change, because the truth is, the longer you wait to make change, the older you get, the more ingrained your destructive habits become, and sadly, the harder it will be to make the change. One day you'll ask yourself, why didn't I take that opportunity that was given to me? Why did I waste my precious life? What was my life even all about? What was the purpose of my life? So I'm going to leave you with this today. Choose to be different. Choose to be unique. Choose to walk a different path. Choose to not be a sheep and follow the crowd. Choose to do something differently. And yes, you can start today. And if you like my personal help, head to coronabrady.com/apply. Book a day and time to speak with me personally. You'll then be redirected to a very short application form. Please answer this with as much detail as possible so that we can make the most out of that 45-minute call. On that call, I'll get you really crystal clear on what's not working right now in your life. I'll also show you, we'll also see on that call what you do want your life to look like. And then only if I feel that I can 100% support you and that we're also a good fit to work together, then what I will do is I'll show you how. I'll show you what that would look like, and I will personally invite you to become a member of my Energy for Life Academy program. Thank you so much for listening today, and as always, I hope you got a lot of value from this episode. And if you're enjoying these episodes, please do me a huge favor. Head on over to iTunes, give us a rating, leave a review so I can get this podcast show to more and more women that badly need it. That is my mission, to get this podcast